Yeah, say job. We wake up to finally your lost in gratitude. Cause you know I'm never laid down. Just me in our arms divinely protected. We never looking down. It's young MC, I triple C. You know we got the young rolling with the angels and we riding to plans.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Back at it again. Welcome to Triple Three. Usually Triple Three's tarot, but today, um, welcome to the MC Triple Three channel. Welcome back. Today we just want to talk about some three major energy shifts you don't have to catch and you should be aware of right now. And if you ain't aware of it, well, that's why you clicked on this video. But listen up, guys. Listen up. We're just gonna talk about a couple quick things. It's not gonna be too long of a video here. Hope everyone's having a good week, ending off the week strong, headed into the weekend on a positive note. That's first and foremost. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel, supporting the tarot, supporting the music. I appreciate you guys. This stuff, we're not too new to the whole YouTube thing, but like it feels good to get back on the groove, back into it and stuff like that. We're gonna grow the channel. We're gonna continue to grow the channel soon, offering some memberships and stuff like that. So, let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. So straightforward. I want to talk about this new moon. Number one, that is very significant. I should be aware of that. We're in the time of the new moon right now. So whether you're watching this now, tomorrow, all the way to the 12th of February, this portal, we do have like around a 5-day portal. I like to say, we like to say, me and some folks that, keep eyes on the stars and some stuff like that. We like to say we got a 5-day portal going on. And this portal was around, started around the 7th, and it's going to end up going through the 12th of February. So, around that roughly, you should be feeling these energies pretty significant. And that 5-day portal, guys, number one, it allows you to it is going to be a significant time to plant seeds during that 5-day portal. So this is a time of action. This is a time of action, not a time of, really sitting around, things of that nature. Now is the time to put in the work, because now you're going to want to plant the seeds of your own fulfillment, of your own personal fulfillment. What really fulfills you emotionally. Now is the best time to do so and to plant those seeds in accordance to that, right? The moon is a time where it is conjunct the sun, so we actually don't see it. It is a time of rebirth. This is a time of transformation, and is a time of darkness. Where we don't see our shadows. So right now it's kind of the time to really focus on what light we want to bring to the world. And when the moon is full, we kind of see the shadow stuff, kind of see the things that are shadowing us and what we need to let go during the full moon, right? So the new moon is just really focusing on the actions that you're taking and the seeds that you want to plant in accordance to that time in general. More so, you can also do it in accordance to the sign that the moon is in, right? As we plant these seeds now and the moon starts to wane, or starts to wax, as I should say, it starts to wax, we build up those seeds. We start the nourishment process to the seeds that we're planting. So during this time, what are your intentions, right? When I talk about planting seeds, it's really all about intentions and the actions you're taking towards those intentions. So today and during these next, you're going to be getting this video. This video is going to be uploaded on the 9th, I believe. Today, straightforward. What intentions are you setting around this time towards the 12th, and what actions can you take to achieve those intentions, right? So while the moon is continuing to wax over the next several days and things of that nature, next week and a half, 2 weeks, till we get to a full moon, what actions can you take in accordance to those intentions that you've set, right? And that's when you're going to start to see that progression, and that's when that seed is going to start to grow. You're going to start to nourish that seed. That's you watering the plant, right? And things of that nature, nurturing the soil, giving all the soil all them good nutrients and things of that nature. If you know how to garden and stuff like that, if y'all familiar with the garden, if y'all familiar with farming, all that is in accordance, right? So that's number one, right? And remember, I say action. It's a time for action because we're conjunct the sun, right? It's in alignment to the sun. So the sun is our actions. The sun is our individuality, how we set the stage. So how are you setting the stage for the intentions that you set? This is a good time to put some things on paper, to take some notes, maybe do a little bit of journaling so you can get your mind clear. You can kind of clear the thoughts, understand how you feel about certain things. And when you get that emotional clarity, that emotional intellect down packed, you can kind of know which actions you need to take in accordance to that fulfillment. New moon is new emotions. New moon is new feeling, right? And things of that nature. So how are you feeling? What new things do you want to bring to the table and set the stage for yourself to, that are in alignment to this new emotional standpoint that you've been going through, right? That you're looking to implement here. How do you feel newly to certain things that you want to set the stage to? So that's a big key factor, guys. Number two, we're gonna move straight on to number two, which is that the moon is in the sign of Aquarius, right? The moon is in the sign of Aquarius. The sun is in the sign of Aquarius, conjunct the sun, conjunct Mercury in Aquarius, as well as Pluto in Aquarius. So there's we have a whole Aquarius stellium right now, guys. The energy for Aquarius is crazy. And since it's in alignment with Pluto and all these things like that, this what we plant and the intentions right now. This is why it's so important, because it's not just now until the full moon. It's not just um new moon in Aquarius till this Leo season. Nah, it's not that 6 month cycle. This is gonna play out for a couple years down the line. Like, this is a very powerful transit. So you guys don't want to miss like something like this, right? And make sure your intentions are very clear and you're dead set in what you want, especially emotionally. Like, how do you feel around certain things? And if you don't know how you feel, if you don't have that emotional clarity, oh man, you better be getting right now, because the intentions that you plan now is going to be very important. You don't want to plant anything that you're not clear emotionally about, right? And then you go about doing these things, and then you manifest all kinds of stuff that isn't in alignment with who you are and what you wanted, and it's not fulfilling whatsoever. That's because you didn't have the clarity at the time. You didn't take the time and being patient with yourself to analyze your emotions and your emotional state of being, to know what you really want and how you really feel, how you really want to feel, and what you really want to put out there. What's really fulfilling to you. Because that's why as Aquarius, as it's in the sign of Aquarius, is a big level of authenticity, right? So if you're not authentic and you ain't doing things according to you, and you're doing it for other people and for shows and for looks and whatever the case may be, whatever motive you have, that's not gonna last. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Remember, since the moon is since it's conjunct, I'm gonna just talk about these two signs real quick, these two planets real quick. But since it's conjunct Mercury, the new moon energy that you're feeling, the new emotions, is going to be in alignment to this new intellect, this way of communicating, right? You may feel new about something, you may have a different standpoint about something here, just based upon the conversations that you've been having and the communication that you've been noticing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way you communicate is not may be up to, like, maybe something that you notice, maybe something that you don't notice, but you may notice communications a little bit wonky right now. There may be certain mental forms and certain ways of communicating that you got to shed from. That's maybe, causing you to feel a little bit of that, may be in conjunction with your emotions too, right? Because it's in conjunct with the moon. So how you feel about certain ways of communicating and how you speak and how you think towards certain things may need to be let go. You may need to separate from certain things. There may need to be some changes there, right? Especially oppose Uranus in Taurus, and oppose Jupiter in Taurus as well, right? Because those all have to do with changes. Uranus is change. Jupiter is how you expand. You know what I'm saying? So just because, just with that being said, um, it's going to be there's a push on changing how you think, right? Changing how we communicate, based upon how we feel, right? And if we're not communicating in accordance to how we actually feeling, we're gonna see a big nudge, and we may have to be forced to change, because right now it's in opposition to Uranus, and we may know deep down, like, damn, I got to change that way of communicating, I got to change that way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something pushing us to do so, and that's that Uranus energy, that's that opposition, right? And it's kind of tense. Um, it's kind of tense. But since it's conjunct Pluto, is getting you in an energy where you're being urged to take power and control over your emotional standpoint, over your intellect, and over the ways you communicate. It's allowing us to take power and control over all those things, right? So we notice this energy with Uranus and Jupiter, because if we don't take power and control over it, then we can no longer expand, right? We can no longer expand. We can no longer see the abundance, because we're not being responsible by choice, taking power and control over our emotional state of being, right? So that's a very important thing, guys, because if we're not taking responsibility over how we feel, then how can we grow, right? How do we know which direction we want to go? That just rhymed. That's crazy. And I rap, but I didn't even do that on purpose. I be channeling sometimes. That's how it be. And you know what I'm saying? Uranus is all that authenticity. It's uniqueness, and it's gonna bring that. It's gonna usher in that change quick, and we're gonna all feel this, right? So it's like how we all changing based upon the choices, intentional control, and gaining power over how we feel about things, right? And that's when the change comes in. The change will come in naturally at that point, practically, because we're doing things that make sense to us. Taurus, we're doing things we're doing things over our emotional standpoint based upon our values. Taurus, right, over our appreciations, what we love. Taurus, you know what I'm saying? So those changes kind of come naturally because we're making that conscious decision to understand how we feel, right, and take power over control how we feel about certain things in our life. And that's a big factor, right? Because if we're not making the conscious choice to do so, then the energies are going to play out chaotically, where the external world, people, places, and things now control how we feel, and we don't dictate our own will. And that's when things can start to go left or seem chaotic, guys. So that's number two. Number three, I want to just get into the element of earth and the elements of air, right? So because there's so much air going on right now, obviously it's opposed certain planets like Jupiter, like Uranus, in Earth signs of Taurus. So I feel like it's going to be hard for us to ground right now, all of us. So it's very, very important, guys, to ground your energy. With all this Aquarian energy, we're going to be in the sky. Everyone is going to be in the sky, heads in the sky, a lot of separation, a lot of changes, a lot of rebellion, right? A lot of that stuff, a lot of thinking, a lot of overthinking, a lot of overanalyzing, a lot of communication. And it's important to kind of withdraw from that. Like, it's important to also tap into that opposition energy of Uranus and Taurus, because that's going to allow us to understand what sort of intellect, what ways of communicating we're actually putting out there. Because if we're not grounding our energies and we're not making sense out of certain things, and we're not calm when we go through the storm, and when we're communicating, and we don't, it's going to allow us to not, it's going to allow us to lack clarity if we're not grounding our energies, right? Because when we ground our energies and we tap into that opposite energy of Uranus and Taurus, that's when we start to look at the abundance. Remember, Jupiter is that abundance, that expansion, right? That growth. So when we ground our energies using our values, appreciations, and what we love in life, we can start really thinking, okay, I want to communicate like this. I want to think like this. Or this is the energy I want to put out. Because we now are calm. We now got that grounded energy to find that clarity through our mind, to know what energy we want to put out, and that's what's going to continue to manifest. And that's how we change naturally with Uranus there too, because we're doing that intentionally, and we're calm, and we have a clear mind. If we don't ground our energies, we will be unstable mentally, and we will be unstable physically. Try some physical exercise, incorporate physical exercise. I made that video recently. I'll drop it in here, but it was titled it just really runs down the power of movement, and how that can help manifestation, because it allows the movement of your energies, of your energy bodies, and it helps you ground, brings you back down to earth, so you can kind of think clearly and release certain thoughts, feelings, and just states of being that no longer, that just are keeping you tense, and then that fogs the mind, that fogs the body, right? So it's very important for all of us right now to tap into the energy of grounding and ground your energy, because that's where the abundance lies, is in how we ground and how stable we are in ourselves, and ourselves emotionally, in our actions, in our ways of communicating, and how we take power and control over all those things, because all those planets are conjunct right now. That's why I'm saying that. So when you understand this, you can realize, okay, I need to calm down, I need to ground. So try some meditation, try some yoga, do whatever you know you can do to calm yourself down. If you're a female, divine feminine, do some, do that bath, do that cleansing, plant those seeds of that love, appreciation, and value, that Taurian, Venusian energy. Treat yourself, do that self-care type energy, right? Yoga is very good for that. Meditation is very good for that. Go out for a walk. I'm outside doing this video right now. I'm saying, just stepping outside and enjoying the fresh air. It's on the north side here in Canada. It ain't that warm. It's low-key cold. My hand is cold, but I can't use my other hand because I just got some ink done, so I'm just keeping it protected. So this hand, my left hand, I'm just using right now. I'm left-handed, so it's all good. It's my power hand. So I just wanted to drop this quick video for you guys, and I'm saying, drop a comment down below if it's been resonating, if you've been feeling some of these energies, how you've been feeling. Let me know what house you have Taurus in. Let me know what house you have Aquarius in. Guys, these are both fixated energies, so they're very powerful energies. They're very significant. Drop a comment. Let me know how you've been feeling. Follow up with this video. This is gonna be an important one, guys. A very big transit. I'm gonna do more of these videos too. I'm gonna start coming live and doing whatever I got to do. So I'm gonna be back, and I'll see all you guys shortly. That's your 3 things you should be very much aware of right now. Let's get it, guys. As always, I'm watching from afar, and I'm rooting for you. Namo Himalayan. You know what's good. We out.